Hello, I am RC Robbin, and this is Bronx Knights Baseball on MLB 20, the show. Created franchise. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. Please like this video. Please subscribe if you're interested in Dungeons and Dragons, the tabletop role-playing game. We play a live Dungeons and Dragons game every Monday night at 6 o'clock. But when I'm not playing D&D, I like video games, and this is one of them. MLB The Show 20. As you can see from the league standings, the Bronx Knights, a created franchise by yours truly, thank you so much, it happens to be 27-15, and in first place in the American League West with the Seattle Mariners maybe a half game behind. So let's get the show on the road. Let's start up this game. Okay, as you can see, this is a 3-game set with the Baltimore Orioles at home. We won the first game 5-1, and I got shut out the last game 1-0. Played a whole game, didn't score a damn run. This is the rubber match to see who wins the series 2 out of 3 on May 15th, 2024. Okay. Play the game. Okay. Play full game. We are the home team. We play at Classic Yankee Stadium, which was bulldozed in 2008 to make way for the new Yankee Stadium. All that looks good. Yes, that's the starter. Benny needs a day off, as you can see from his energy. So what we'll do is we'll put, you know what? Let's put Rendor in. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Does anybody play? Oh, he plays the outfield. Okay, you know what? Urshela is going to go in. Yeah, Urshela. And then maybe let's put the backup catcher too. Hold on. Let's see. Just playing with the lineup. That looks about right to me. Here we go. So again, I'm RC Robbin. This is Bronx Knights Baseball. The name of the YouTube channel is Shenanigans, ttRPG. We play Dungeons and Dragons, but when I'm not playing D&D, I'm playing baseball. I also have a playthrough that I'm in the middle of called The Last of Us 2. Great survival horror video game. Almost finished with that. But no time to talk about that for now, because it's time for Major League Baseball as the Baltimore Orioles visit the Bronx, New York to face off against the Knights. And on the mound for the Knights is ttRPG, making his 3rd start of the season. His record is 1-1 with a not-so-grand 9.45 run average. He needs to get his season turned around. And leading off for the Orioles is Scott Kingery playing shortstop.
Leading off
He's hitting
the afternoon
.234
for
with 4 homers,
the
11
shortstop,
runs batted.
Scott Kingery.
And his first pitch of the game. And he tries to bunt his way on, but it's a foul ball. Strike one.
First pitch, 110.
Two-seam fastball just off the plate inside. Count even as a 1-1. There's Matt Termini at third base and Michael O'Rourke at center. Creating players by yours truly. Change-up floats high, but called a strike by the umpire. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fouls off the split finger fastball. The count remains 1-2. In real life, ttRPG is 28 years old and is a bit of a martial arts fan. Swing and a miss, strike 3. One out here, top of the first inning. This is a great play.
Batting second, the center fielder, Harrison Bader.
Kingery is retired. So Harrison Bader is hitting .240 with 6 home runs, 13 runs batted in. He steps up to the plate with 1 out first. And he swings and misses at the curveball. Strike 1. He fouls off the split finger. Count is very quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on the fastball. There are 2 outs. In case you're wondering,
Batting.
before we look at Billy Williams, options, gameplay, the hitting difficulty is All-Star, and also the pitching difficulty also on All-Star. That's where I'm going to keep the hitting and pitching difficulty on All-Star until at least the All-Star break, and then if I'm winning every single game, then I may bump it up a notch, but it's at All-Star.
Third.
So 2 outs,
left fielder.
Billy Williams steps up to the plate. He's hitting 312 this season. He fouls off the fastball strike. Billy Williams, 574 fictional home runs. You got to realize that in real life, I'm sure you can hit that thing. And he grounds it just foul from the first base line. Count as no balls and 2 strikes. I grew up a New York Yankees baseball player. I just wanted to make my own franchise. And he swings and hits it high, but foul. And into the stands. Count remains 0-2. Bronx Knights, I always thought were a cool name for a baseball team. Oh, and he hits it high and deep. Max Lukulich runs it down and left, and the side is retired. So after half an inning of play, it's the Baltimore Orioles nothing. Bronx Knights coming to bat. On the mound for the Baltimore Orioles is Sonny Gray, making his 10th start of the season. His record is 0-5 with a 9.17 earned run average. He has not been pitching well this season. Leading off for the Knights is Max Lukulich, left fielder, hitting 347 this season. Doesn't have a lot of runs batted in, runs, has no homers. He does have 8 stolen bases for the season.
That's a ball.
And he takes the first pitch low.
Ball 1, no
Baltimore Orioles are 13-29, good for last place in the American League East. Count is 1-0.
That's a ball.
He checks his swing, but it's just high and outside. Count is 2 balls, no strikes.
That's a ball.
Count 3 balls, no strikes. Don Mattingly, Yankee All-Star from the 1980s and 90s, playing first base, is up on deck. Willie, does he have the green light? No, he does not have the green light. He's not swinging. And he takes the strike 1. So, count is 3 balls and 1 strike, a hitter's count. Let's see if he throws it in the strike zone. And he does, and he flies it medium right field. Right fielder makes the catch, Mike Trout. The first out of the inning. Starting lineup for the Bronx Knights. Max Lukulich just flied out. Don Mattingly's up next. Chris Ramos is playing second base. Michael O'Rourke patrols center. Jacob Salazar is shortstop. Matt Termini is at third. Matt Saps is designated hitter. Gio Urshela is in right. And Roberto Perez is the catcher. Don Mattingly steps up to the plate. The 1985 most valuable player in the American League in real life. And he fouls off the fastball for strike 1. He is hitting .310 with 8 homers and 40 runs batted in, and is in the midst of a 10-game hitting streak. The slider drops over the corner for strike 2. Big Don Mattingly fan growing up as a kid in the New York area. And he hits it right back to the pitcher. He fields it cleanly, throws to first for the second out. Next up is Chris Ramos, the second baseman, with 367 with 15 homers and 39 runs batted. He is a switch hitter batting from the left side against the righty Gray. He fouls off the curveball for strike 1. He's 7 for his last 16. That's a .437 clip. It's a hot couple of games.
Nope.
Inside, ball 1. Count is even at 1-1. In this fictional franchise that's in the year of 2024, Chris Ramos has been an all-star. He's been Silver Slugger Award. Inside, ball 2, 2-1 count. Jerry Hillsdale is the home plate umpire. I have no idea if that's a really human being or not. Don't really care as long as it calls the game properly. And the count is 2 balls, 1 strike. Fastball right on the outside corner to even the count with 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here at the bottom of the first. Oh, and he hits this high and deep. That is Gonzo, ladies and gentlemen. The home run for Chris Ramos, his 16th of the season, a solo shot, and the Bronx Knights very quickly have a 1-0 lead. Hoo-wah! Let's watch this. I have to ask you, doesn't he look familiar? Look at this guy. Boom! 16, home run number 16 in the upper deck. So next up, center fielder Michael O'Rourke. Michael O'Rourke is hitting .338 with 11 homers and 33 runs batted. He steps up with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Knights lead 1.
No, that's down.
That is just low. Checks his swing, ball 1. Michael is 17 years old in real life. And he takes it. Ball 2. Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes. If you knew Michael O'Rourke in real life, it's as if you took a photograph of him. It's exactly what he looks like. Just kidding.
That's ball 3.
Count is 3 balls, no strikes. Does he have the green light on 3-0? No, he does not. And it doesn't look like Michael O'Rourke. It's a video game. I can't make it photorealistic.
Hey!
It's funny to think that if 17-year-old Michael O'Rourke was 27 or 28, that this is what he would look like. But who knows? Anyway, the hitters count. And he checks his swing. He did not go. The pitch is low. Ball 4. And he walks him. So with 2 outs in the first, the Knights have a base runner. So after the home run, Sonny Gray takes a walk. He does not break his wrists. Ball 4. Next up, Jacob Salazar, the shortstop today, hitting .333, hitting with 2 outs. And is a pitch out, nothing's doing. The base bats. Johnny Bench behind the plate, Hall of Famer for the Cincinnati Reds. Quick throw to first. O'Rourke is back. Doesn't look like he has. He didn't have a big lead. Just keeping him honest. So the count is 1-0, and another throw to first. Getting that uniform dirty. Salazar is a good friend of mine. And he pops it way up in the infield, and in foul territory, Josh Bell makes the catch, and the side is retired. But not before this. Chris Ramos deposits the pitch into the upper deck in left field to give the Bronx Knights a 1-0 lead. Nice. So, Mike Trout leads off this top of the second. He's in 230 with 8 homers and 21 runs batted against Telly Argios. And he grounds it the other way. They were shifting on him. If he had been in normal territory, probably would have been an out. But the shift, everyone was shifted over to the left side, with only Mattingly in the right side of the infield. He hits it the other way and hits himself a double. Goes all the way to the wall. Still would have been a tough play. Mattingly would have had to dive, but he trots into second base no throw. So they have the tying run at second base in scoring position with nobody out for Josh Bell. And he drives it high and deep, but foul for strike 1. So, Josh Bell is hitting .312 on the season. And he skies it to deep right field. Gio Urshela is there. He makes the catch. And the runner tags and goes to third. So now that they have a runner at third with less than 2 outs, let's look at the Knights defense. In the outfield from left to right, it's Lukulich, O'Rourke, and Gio Urshela taking over for Benny Cicero today. And in the infield, Termini, Salazar, Ramos, and Mattingly, with Roberto Perez doing the catching behind the plate, giving Anthony Mello a day off. So, Hall of Famer, from the Big Red Machine, Johnny Bench is up. He's hitting 241 on the season. He takes strike one on the inside corner. Doesn't need a hit to tie the game. He can basically get a deep fly ball or ground out in the right spot, and he can get that runner in. Fouls it off. Quickly, he's down no balls and 2 strikes. It's 22 runs batted in on the team. And the two-seamer is low. Count is 1-2.
That's ball 2.
Curveball is low. Count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes. He's pitching him carefully. He's trying to get that strikeout. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Did not get the run home. And there are 2 outs. Telly Argios does not throw hard. He's got 4 different pitches, but the most he'll throw is 86, 87 miles an hour, even with that 2-seamer. So he has to pitch carefully with these guys. Jay Buhner played with the Seattle Mariners in the 90s, but in fiction land here in this franchise, he's in 208 with 9 homers and 18 runs batted. Yeah. He takes strike one. Yeah, as you can see, he's throwing that 2-seamer maybe 83, 84 miles an hour. It's not, and he grounds it to Mattingly, who fields it, tosses it to Argios covering, and the side is retired. So after an inning and a half to play, it's the Bronx Knights 1, Baltimore Orioles 0. Bottom of the second. Matt Termini, the third baseman, steps up to the plate. He's hitting 295. 4 homers, 20 runs batted. Remember, the date is May 15th, so halfway through the second month of the season, here in the year 2024. And those of you who may be watching this in the future, I'm not playing, this is not actually the year 2024, it's actually the year 2020. But, and he hits the second pitch to straightaway center field. Harrison Bader is there, makes the catch for the first out. In fictional franchise, hold on a second. Let's look at the Orioles defense. From left to right in the outfield is Williams, Bader, and Mike Trout in right. And in the infield, it's Kelvin Gutierrez, Kingery, Gold Glove winner Mazeroski, and Josh Bell at first, with Hall of Famer Johnny Bench behind the plate. Now stepping up is Matthew Saps, who is designated hitter today. He's hitting 269 with 6 homers and 22 runs batted in. He takes ball 1. He's in there for strike. I'm sorry, check that. He's in there for strike 1. I don't know if he agrees with that call. Steps out, takes a minute. Count is 0-1. Inside, count is even, 1 ball and 1 strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
So what I was saying was that this is not in real life the year 2024. It's the 2020 right now as I'm playing the game. And he pulls it down the third base line, fields it. Gutierrez throws across the diamond for the second out. Saps is retired. But in creating franchise in video game baseball, you can simulate games in advanced seasons. So in the game itself, this is the year 2024. So if you see any current day players, this is 3 or 4 years later. Gio Urshela steps up to the plate. He's hitting 481. And he takes strike 1. Keep in mind that's not it's in part-time play. He has been scalding hot, but he's maybe 25, 30 at-bats total this season. He's only played about a handful of games. Checks his swing balls in the dirt, count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. Just on the inside corner, the count goes 1-2. And he swings at the high fastball, strike 3, side is retired. So after 2 innings complete, the Bronx Knights have a 1-0 lead. Leading off for For the Orioles, Bill Mazeroski hitting a .185 with only 2 homers and 4 runs batted in. He did win the Gold Glove award last year, but he's basically an out at the plate. Hope I did not just jinx myself.
Nope. Ball 1.
Split fingers high for ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
Swing and a miss, right over the splitter.
Count 1-1.
Count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. And he fouls off the fastball. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fouls off the curveball. Count remains 1-2. This is an important game for the Bronx Knights because you don't want to lose series at home. If they lose this game, that means they've lost 2 out of 3 to a last place Orioles team. He fouls off the curveball yet again. Count remains 1-2. Fouls us back to the screen. RGO's, this is his 3rd start of the season. His first start was excellent. It was a complete game win. He fouls it off again. They're battling up there. So his first start was a complete game win. And then his next start, he got bombed. So he's a rookie. He's been called up from the minor leagues. Grounds it weakly to Termini at 3rd. He fields it, takes his time, strong throw, gets him by a step. The standings for the American League West. The Bronx Knights, as you can see, are in first place. A game over the Seattle Mariners. It's actually a 2-game lead in the loss column. I wonder what team is missing. Let's see. Seattle, Oakland, Texas. Which team I own? Anyway, Kelvin Gutierrez, 3rd baseman, is in 246 this season. Steps up with 1 out in the 3rd. And takes strike 1. I actually visited Yankee Stadium, the old Yankee Stadium, many times in my life as a teenager and in my 20s. It was a beautiful stadium. Did not need to be knocked down to make way for New Yankee Stadium. I love New Yankee Stadium. The first year New Yankee Stadium was built in 2009, they won a championship. It's a high, deep drive, but Gutierrez, check that. Gio Urshela is there to make the catch for the second out and the 3rd.
The shortstop.
Beautiful stadium, New Yankee Stadium, but there was something classic about the old one. Scott Kingery leads off yet again. His lineup turns over. He's 0 for 1 today. He steps up for his 2nd plate appearance. And swings and fouls it back, strike 1. These stats that they put up, the graphics that they put up, I don't trust because they're constantly wrong, unfortunately. Hard ground ball again to Termini. He spins, throws, got him. Side is retired. 2 nice plays this inning by Matt Termini. And after 2.5 innings of play, the score remains 1-0 Bronx Knights. So next up, the number 9 hitter Roberto Perez. He's in there. He's batting .333 in limited play time. He's got 108 runs back there, which is pretty good. He's just basically the backup to Anthony Millo, another friend of mine. And it's there on the corner for strike 1. 0-1 count. And he hits it high and deep, but playable, as Bader in center races over to make the catch for the first out.
The batter.
Standings for the AL East, as you can see in this fictional 2024 season, the Tampa Bay Rays lead the division, and Baltimore is in last place. So the lineup turns over for the Knights. Here's Max Lukulich, the left fielder again. He flied out in the first. He's 0 for 1. Steps up. And he slaps it to the center fielder. Easy play for Bader. Makes the catch for the second out.
The first baseman, number 23.
It's a quick inning so far. Don Mattingly steps up. He's the first baseman. Grounded out in the first. He's off. And he laces it to right field for a base hit. And with 2 outs, the Knights have a runner at first. I think that's Mattingly's 11th game. Yes, it's confirmed. 11-game hitting streak for Don Mattingly. Here's the replay. Looks just like Don Mattingly did back in the 1980s. His batting stance is not exactly on the money. It's because, to be honest, Don Mattingly changed his batting stance every 3 days. He had 100 batting stances. Well, anyway, Chris Ramos is 1 for 1. He had a solo homer in the first. The only run of the game as of yet. And he hits a line drive the other way, but right at Gutierrez, who makes the catch to retire the side. So, 3 innings complete. Bronx Knights lead 1-0. That guy looks familiar. Anyway. So, Harrison Bader struck out in the first. He's 0 for 1. Steps up against Orioles. Telly's going to get mad at me because I'm probably mispronouncing his last name. I cannot seem to get it right. Argyros. I can't. I'm sorry. Sorry, Telly, if you're watching. I apologize. Butchering. Curveball floats in for strike 2. Count as no balls and 2 strikes. Fouls off the changeup. Stays alive. Count 0-2. Strike 3, curveball looking. His 4th strikeout of the game. So whatever he did in his first start, he's doing again here in his 3rd start because he got bombed, murdered in the 2nd start for the Bronx Knights since coming out of the bullpen. When he came up from the minors, they tried him in the bullpen. Every time he came in from the bullpen, he got hammered. Billy Williams swings and fouls it off for strike 1. Billy Williams is 0 for 1. This is his 2nd plate appearance. Oh, and he hits it high and deep. It is gone, and we have a tie ball game. Billy Williams just hit his 8th home run of the season, a solo shot, and the game is tied at 1. Ugh. Old-timer power. I think he's a player from the 60s. Honestly, I don't remember Billy Williams. Don't recognize him. I don't know what team he played for, but... Mike Trout, I know. Mike Trout is a current all-star who's on some maybe Hall of Fame. He hit a double in the 2nd inning the other way. So he's 1 for 1. And he takes strike 1. Sorry, Telly, I jinxed you. Split finger fastball, just low, count even at 1-1. 400 on base percentage for his 13-year career. And he hits it through past the diving Salazar at short and into center field for a base hit. With 1 out in the 4th, they have a runner at first. Here's the replay.
First base, number 55.
Trout is certainly a future Hall of Famer if he doesn't get injured. Just continues to play the way he's playing now. So Josh Bell is up his 0 for 1, a fly out in the 2nd. There is speed in Trout at first base. And then he takes strike 1, curveball on the inside corner. A little bit of trouble here in the 4th inning for Telly. And he pulls it foul. Quickly count as no balls, 2 strikes. So this satisfies 2 fantasies for me at once. Oh, he hits it high and deep. Pulls it to the short porch and left. It is gone. A 2-run jack for Josh Bell. His 7th of the season, and just like that, they've scored 3 and lead 3-1. Well, it satisfies 2 fantasies for me. One, because Major League Baseball player, as a young kid, I always wanted to play baseball. I have 0 athletic talent. 0. Okay? I can barely play softball on my concrete. Here's the pitch. Just pulls it out. And number 2, play-by-play announcer. I get to fantasize about doing that. So, Johnny Bench is up. He struck out in the 2nd. He's 0 for 1. He's 1 out in the 4th. I wonder how long it'll take for the manager of the Bronx Knights to strike 1. High strike. I wonder how long it'll take them to get the bullpen warm. And he pool cues it to first. Mattingly takes it himself for the 2nd out.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Jay Buhner struck out. I'm sorry, check that. When I think of Jay Buhner, I think of strikeouts. He grounded out in the 2nd. He's 0 for 1. Steps in there with 2 outs in the 4th. That's 2 seamers in there for strike 1. He fouls off the curveball for strike 2. Jay Buhner was a boom or bust hitter in the mid-90s for the Seattle Mariners. He could hit them 500 feet. But he didn't this time. As he popped it up just on the infield grass, Ramos is there and makes the catch to finally retire the side. But they score 3 runs on the strength of 2 homers, and Baltimore leads 3-1. Leading off for the Knights, Michael O'Rourke, who walked in the 1st.
For the Knights,
Steps
the
up.
center fielder, Mike.
O'Rourke. And he fouls off the fastball, strike 1. I hate day games because when I look at the screen, it seems a little too bright. I like the contrast better at darkness. Did he check it? Yes, he did. Count as 1 ball and 2 strikes. So I wish this was a night game, but it's a day game on the schedule. So it is what it is. And he pulls it. Will the outfielder catch? No, he will not. He will drop for a single, a leadoff single for Michael O'Rourke.
The batter, number 3, shortstop.
The Bronx Knights have the leadoff man. Tying run comes to the plate in the personage of Jacob Salazar, who popped out in the 1st. Quick throw to 1st, O'Rourke is back. So he popped out in the 1st, is 0 for 1. He's hitting .331 this season. He's a switch hitter, batting from the left side against the righty Gray. And he's trying to steal 2nd. The throw down is not in time. Michael O'Rourke steals 2nd, so we got a single and a stolen base today. Nice throw on the money, but he just beat it out. Simple as that. So a runner in scoring position for Salazar. Here with nobody out. It's in there. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Jacob Salazar's average with runners in scoring positions over 400. So this is a position he likes to be in. He fouls off the fastball, 94 on the radar gun. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outside, count is even at 2-2. You might wonder, why are the uniforms purple? I'll give you that answer in a second. And he pulls it, grounds it foul. Count is even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Purple is the color of royalty. So that's why the Bronx Knights wear purple uniforms now. And he pulls it foul. Count stays 2-2. O'Rourke leads off 2nd. Salazar steps in. And he pulls it high, but not all that deep to the center fielder, who settles under it and makes the catch. The runner is tagging. The throw to 3rd is not in time. Just off line up the flag. So at least he got the runner over the third. Nice base running by O'Rourke. And now a run can score with less than 2 outs. Matt Termini flied out in the second. He flies out here. It could be a sac fly after a 2-run game. We will see. And ask and ye shall receive. He skies at the center field. And O'Rourke tags. To throw back into the infield is not in time. The sac fly for Matt Termini. And the score is 3-2.
Number 31.
Next up, Matt Saps grounded out in the second. 2 outs here in the fourth. He's 0 for 1. Steps up to the plate.
Nope, that's down.
And the changeup is low for ball 1. Okay, Matt Daps, 5 doubles, first on Knights. Okay, 5 doubles is not first on Knights. I don't know what is wrong with the scorekeeper in this game. That's like 5th or 6th. Pitch is outside for ball 2. It's 2-0. At least, at least it keeps track of the balls and strikes correct. Right down the middle, strike 1, count is 2-1. And he skies it to medium depth center field. No, wait, he has to come in. Shallow center, makes the catch for the final out. But they get 1 back on the sac fly by Termini. And at the end of 4 innings of play, it's Baltimore 3, Bronx 2. Leading off the top of the 5th for the Orioles, Bill Mazeroski grounded out in the 3rd inning. I think he's a player from the 1950s. Yeah, I'm really not 100% sure. I think he might have been a St. Louis Cardinal. I'm not sure. But I know he's one of those guys that played like excellent defense. And the pitch is just outside. Strike 1. No, check that. Ball 1. Just off the plate. And 2-seamers in there for strike 1. Count is 1-1. Fouls it off. Count is 1-2. So 4th inning was a trouble spot for Telly. See if he can rebound. And he pops it up and into the dugout. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fouls off the splitter. Swing and a miss. The change of speed out in front for the first out. His 5th strikeout of the contest. Here's the replay.
The third baseman, number 16, Kelvin Gutierrez.
Lack of spin on that makes it almost like half a knuckle change. As you can see, the stitches were not spinning. So Kelvin Gutierrez flew out in his 3rd. He's 0 for 1. Steps in. And he weakly pops it up to the second baseman who makes the catch for the second.
The batter, number 6.
And the lineup turns over yet again. Scott Kingery is 0 for 2. He struck out. He grounded out. Steps in against Telly Argios. And he just pops it weakly the other way into the seats for strike 1. Grounds it hard down the first base line for strike 2. Good ball strike ratio. Just off the plate outside. Count is 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Strikeout number 6 for Telly. The side is retired. 1-2-3 inning, but the score is still Baltimore 3, Bronx Knights 2. Bottom of the 5th, Gio Urshela, the right fielder, steps up. He's 0 for 1.
The right fielder, number 30.
He checks his swing. Ball 1. And he hits it high, but not overly deep, to the right fielder, Trout, who makes the catch for the first out.
The catcher, number 55,
Roberto Perez, the number 9 hitter, the catcher behind the plate, steps up with his over 1. Roberto Perez plays for the Cleveland Indians. Takes a pitch inside, ball 1. He's got a modest 48 inning streak. And I could be wrong. I think Roberto Perez plays
Oh, that's out.
just off the plate. Ball 2, counts 2-0. He hits it high and deep, but foul. Just foul. Almost made a bid to tie the game, but the count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Line drive, base hit to right field. And he's 1 for 2. Knights have a base runner. 1 out in the 5th.
Now batting, number 39.
So lineup turns over. Max Lukulich, the right fielder, is 0 for 2. He steps up to the plate. And he takes strike 1. Max is 12 years old in real life. That's why he looks a little short and thin. He has no power, but a lot of speed. So hopefully I can get him on the base paths. And it's a flare. Will it drop in? It does not. The center fielder, Harrison Bader, makes the catch for the second out here in the 5th.
Now batting, first baseman, John.
So we have Don Mattingly steps up to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with a single here in the 3rd. He's the 1984 batting champion in the American League. He takes a pitch outside. I think Donnie Baseball won, 7 or 8 gold gloves. I cannot remember for the life of me. 7 or 8. Line drive, base hit over the second baseman's head. And Roberto Perez makes the turn and goes all the way to third base. So we have runners at first and third with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th.
The second baseman.
Not a lot of speed in Roberto Perez. I was a little nervous as he made that turn, but he made it. So Chris Ramos steps up. He has a home run today. He's 1 for 2. He has a runner in scoring position. And he takes ball 1.
Count 1-0.
Ball 2. Chris Ramos has a batting average of .383 with runners in scoring position. In this fictional universe, he has won a Rookie of the Year award. And he pulls it foul for strike 1. The count is 2 balls and 1 strike. He's won a Rookie of the Year award. He's won a Silver Slugger for second base. He's won a home run title. He has not won an MVP. Oh, it's at the corner. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Time for me to focus. Did he check it? Yes, he did. The count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 5th, runners on first and third. And he grounds it weakly to the shortstop. Fields fires. Got it. And the side is retired. So they leave 2 runners on. The end of 5 innings of play. It's an official ball game, ladies and gentlemen. The Knights trail 3-2. Oof. So, Harrison Bader has struck out twice. He's 0 for 2. He steps up to the plate against Telly, who's in there in the 6th. And he drops a curveball in there for strike 1. With the exception of that 3-run inning in the 4th, Telly has pitched well. But this may be his last inning. Regardless of what happens. Tries to bunt his way on for a hit. Fouls it off. Count is 0-2. Swing and a miss at the split finger fastball. First out is the 7th strikeout. He has pitched well.
Now batting, left fielder.
The bottom just drops out of that pitch.
Williams.
Nasty stuff. So Billy Williams, who hit a home run earlier in this game in the 4th, is 1 for 2. Steps up again. Oh, and he hits it high and deep. but playable for the center fielder O'Rourke, who settles under it right from the warning track for the second out of the game.
Now batting, the right fielder.
That's cool.
Mike
Billy Williams.
Trout.
Something's telling me Billy Williams. Something tells me like the Pittsburgh Pirates. Anyway, Mike Trout is 2 for 2. He's hot. Let's see if we can keep him off the base paths. He's got a single and a double. And he fouls off the two-seamer for strike one. I don't know if I can trust that stat. Sometimes they're wrong.
1-1.
Curveball outside. Count evens 1-1. Grounds it again down the first base line. This one kicks off the bag, but a long run for Gio Urshela, and it's again another stand-up double for Mike Trout. As you can see, he just takes advantage of the shift going the other way like all good hitters do, and he's 3 for 3. So here's what I need to do. So, in the fourth inning, this is what happened for Josh Bell. He had a 2-run homer. As you can see, we don't need to see that again. I need to go to the manager's office and the bullpen. And I got to keep this game 1-run game. This is an important game. So, Dinelson LeMay is going to warm up, just in case. Oh, and it's a single to left. He comes up throwing, and they hold him. They hold Trout at third, so we have runners at first and third with 2 outs here in the 6th. 2 straight hits. So let's have a mound visit. Pitching coach comes out. As you can see, the energy is low, but the confidence is high. So you want this guy, Johnny Bench? He's a Hall of Famer. Do you want to pitch to him? I got this guy. Tell him. I got him. 0 for 2. I feel confident. Don't take me out. I'm not taking him out. I'm just giving the guy a chance to warm up. So here we go. This is your last batter, one way or the other. Let's make it count. Two-seamer inside, ball one. Split finger, outside. Count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. Fouls off the curveball. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he grounds it past the first baseman. Check that. The diving second baseman and into right field. An RBI single for Johnny Bench. And the Baltimore Orioles have a 2-run lead. Let's watch the replay. It's it the other way past the diving Chris Ramos. Could not come up with it. And that'll be all for Telly today. On to the bullpen. Bringing Dinelson, put him in the game. Don Mattingly, as you can see, is not only the first baseman of this team, he's also the manager. A little bit of a Don Mattingly fetish here, I admit it. It's true. It's true. So, it was a bit of a rocky start for Telly. Did his best. Did have the strikeouts. So, Dinelson LeMay, I know I'm pronouncing it wrong. I don't know how he pronounces his name. He's making his 13th appearance out of the bullpen. Well, bullpen and starts. His record is 1-3 with a 5.88 earned run average. They'll expect him to get out of this jam. So, runners at first and second with 2 outs. He's got to get Jay Buhner, who's 0 for 2. And he takes it on the corner. 98 on the radar gun. 4 strike 1. Boom or bust, Jay Buhner. Hit a 500-foot home run. No strikeout. And he pops it back up to the screen. Strike 2. Wow, that average for running is in scoring position. Over 54. Oof. That's rough.
1 ball.
Slider outside, ball 1. This is a big moment in the game. Swing and a miss, strike 3, the side is retired. But they do get 1. And at the end of 6 innings of play, no, I'm sorry, check that, 5.5 innings of play. It's Baltimore 4, the Bronx 2. So here comes the bottom of the 6th. Michael O'Rourke, he scored a run. He had a single and a run scored. He's 1 for 1 with a walk. Steps up to the plate.
O'Rourke.
And the slider breaks over for strike 1. Lefty and a righty are warming up in the Orioles bullpen. Keeping a close eye on Sonny Gray. Checks his swing count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. And he pulls it foul. Count is 1 and 2. Oh, he did break his wrists. It hit the ground, so it's to strike him out, throw him out for the first out of the 6th.
The batter, number 3, shortstop.
Jacob Salazar, the shortstop, is 0 for 2 today. He popped out, he flied out, steps in there. Run out here at the bottom of the 6th. And he pulls it through the hole between first and second for a base hit. And with 1 out, Salazar is at first.
The batter, number 79.
Matt Termini, who has a sac fly today, is up at the plate with 1 out. He's officially 0 for 1. And he takes it outside.
No strike.
He's 0 for 7 in this series. It's a 3-game series. I'm sure he'd like to get his first hit here and now. And he pops it up behind the plate. Johnny Bench is there, making the catch, and the side is retired. Oh no, I'm sorry, check that. There are only 2 outs. Check that. Lost track of the outs. So Matt Saps with 2 outs here in the 6th is 0 for 2. And it's a pitch out, but nothing's doing. Matt Saps does have 6 home runs. Home run here will tie the game. And he pulls the changeup foul. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. No, check that 1 and 1. A lot of mistakes this inning. Now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. He swings over the breaking ball. Quick pitch over first. He's back. Salazar. Salazar is not the prototypical base stealer, but he does have speed. Strikeout looking, side retired. So, after 6 innings of baseball, Baltimore leads 4-2. I'm gonna win this game. I'm gonna win this game. All right. Bill Mazeroski steps up to the plate here in the top of the 7th. He's 0 for 2 today. LeMay is still in there, pitching in the 7th. And he throws a fastball, strike 1. And he pulls it high and deep. It is foul ball. Just foul. Made a bid for a home run. Just fouls off the curveball. Count is no balls and 2 strikes. And he just fouls it. Pitcher fields, steps, fires, got him. Nice play by LeMay. If he lollygagged that, he would have been safe. But he planted his foot, made a strong throw to first, and the first out is recorded. Kelvin Gutierrez batting 9th. He's 0 for 2. He popped out, he flied out. Steps up to the plate, and 1 out in the 7th. And it's on the corner for strike 1. Well, curveball is low. Count is even at 1 and 1. High strike. High strike. But I'll take it. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fouls off the two-seamer. Count remains 1-2. Swing and a miss on the two-seamer, strike 3. And there are 2 outs.
Now batting.
Here's a replay.
Shortstop. Got Kingery.
Next up, Scott Kingery is 0 for 3 today. And he fouls off the fastball for strike 1. I'd like him to stay 0 for today. Swing and a miss at the slider. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. High pitch, ball 1, waste pitch. Count is 1-2. And he hits a line drive heading towards the gap, and it is in there. And it will be a stand-up double for Scott Kingery, his first hit of the ball game, and suddenly there is a runner in scoring position for the Baltimore Orioles here in the top of the 7th. That's his 9th double of the season. And Gio Urshela tries to cut it off before it goes into it rolls all the way to the wall. So Harrison Bader is 0 for 3. He's got a runner in scoring position. That's a big insurance run. Swing and a miss. Strike 0-1. There's a big difference between 2 runs and 3 runs. I'll come back and win this game. Two-seamer inside corner, strike 2. Harrison Bader's .216 average with runners in scoring position, so the odds are on my side. Strike 3, looking side retired. And he doesn't agree with it. He does not agree. But in any event, get up and stretch. It's time for the 7th inning stretch. Back in the old days of Yankee Stadium, used to be Cotton Eye Joe. Used to be, my memory kicks me. Take me out to the ball game, Cotton Eye Joe. Anyway, Michael Givens takes over the pitching duties for Sonny Gray, who had a strong start, 6 innings, 2 runs. He's in 10 games this season, he's 2-1 with a 10.124 earned run average. Gio Urshela leads off the bottom of the 7th. He's 0 for 2. This season, he's 13 for 29. That's a 448 average. He's only had 29 at-bats in the whole season. He's a bench player, but 13 for 29. And slings its sidearm, fouls off the fastball. Strike 1. He checks his swing, pitches outside, ball 1. Count is 1-1. Swings and misses over the top of the slider. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. He checks his swing, count evens at 2-2. Just trying to get that leadoff man on. Bloop and a blast, bloop and a blast. And he flares it out to center field, and it drops in for a base hit. Gio Urshela has a single. He's 1 for 3, and the Bronx Knights have the leadoff man on here in the bottom of the 7th.
The catcher, number 55.
Roberto Perez is 1 for 2. He steps up to the plate. Is he bunting? No, he's not. And he skies it to shallow center field. Harrison Bader makes the catch for the first out of the inning. And the lineup turns over. Max Lukulich is 0 for 3 today. He's hitting .341 on the season. If they needed a hit, they certainly need it now. And he pops it up in the infield. Doesn't even show any patience. Josh Bell makes the catch, and quickly there are 2 outs.
The first baseman, number 23.
So with 2 outs, Don Mattingly is up. He's 2 for 3 today.
Your attention, please.
And they're making a pitching change. Billy Wagner, lefty versus lefty.
Number
He's not Hall of Famer, but he certainly was an all-star when he pitched in the early 2000s. 6 games this season, 2 saves, no record but a 5.40 ERA. He could throw 100 miles an hour from the left side. Don Mattingly's 2 for 3, they're 2 singles. Will he get his 3rd hit? Will he get a walk? We shall see. Checks the swing, but it's strike. 98 on the radar gun. Throw and fire. And he's late on it. Hits it foul. Count quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. And he pulls it the other way, foul. Count remains 0-2. It's outside.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Slider is again outside. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Trying to get it in the chase. And he throws the fastball down the middle, and it is high and deep but playable for the right fielder. Trout makes the catch, and the side is retired. So after 7 innings of play, the score remains 4-2, Baltimore. Oof. So Billy Williams steps up. He does have a solo homer in this game in the 4th. He's 1 for 3. Steps up against Dinelson LeMay. Pitching in his 3rd inning of work. Takes strike 1. Needs to keep this game a 2-run ball game if they have any chance of coming back. Line drive, base hit the opposite way. And they have the leadoff man on here in the 8th.
Now batting.
He's 2 for 4.
The right fielder.
There's a replay.
Mike Trout.
Slaps it the other way. No gloves like the old timers didn't wear any batting gloves back in the day. So, Mike Trout is 3 for 3. He's got 2 doubles and a single. He's scored twice. He's 5 for 11 in this series. He is a dangerous hitter. And he takes a curveball high for ball 1. That is a lousy attendance for Old Yankee Stadium. Sellouts at Old Yankee Stadium can be 50,000 or more. 36,000 on a sunny day like this means that on a weekend, they didn't even sell out. Grounds it just foul.
Nope,
that
foul.
6 inches to the left, and that would have been a 2-base hit. Count is 1-1. 99 on the radar gun. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss at the slider. Strike 3. Trout is finally retired, and there's 1 out here in the 8th. Asking, was that a strike? Yes, it was.
The
Mike.
first baseman, number 55.
Just
Josh
swung before the
Bell.
pitch even got close to you. So, another threat, Josh Bell is up. He's 2 for 3 with a home run tonight. Tough man to get through. Inside corner, strike 1.
All 1s to count.
And he waits on the curveball but fouls it back. Counts quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Strike 3 looking, outside corner. And Bell is retired. He does not agree with the call. Let's see the replay. Well, not a good angle, but.
Johnny Bench.
So, Johnny Bench. Johnny Bench is 1 for 3 with an RBI single. Takes strike 1 on the corner, 98 on the radar gun. Billy Williams leads off first. There are 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. 2-run ball game. Swing and a miss at the curveball. 2 strikes. And he fouls off the high fastball. Count remains 0-2. Big Red Machine. Hall of Fame catcher, Johnny Bench. Swing and a miss. He strikes him out and the side is retired. Keeps it a 2-run game. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. Baltimore leads 4-2. We're going to win this game. We're winning this game. Chris Ramos bats. Switch hitter now bats from the right side against the lefty. Billy Wagner. He's 1 for 3 with a home run tonight. And he swings at the first pitch and pops it to shallow center field. Harrison Bader is there, and he makes the catch for the first out. One pitch run.
Now batting.
Right down the middle. Missed.
Michael
O'Rourke is 1 for 2 with a walk. He has a run scored. He's a single. Lefty versus lefty. Needs to get on base. Pitches inside for ball 1. Poop in a blast, guys. Poop in a blast. Walk in a blast. Works 2. Count is 1-0. And he's late on the fastball. Fouls it back. Count is 1-1. Swing and a miss out in front of the slider. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he swings and misses at the slider for strike 3. And there are 2 outs here.
The batter, number 3, shortstop.
Wagner's a Hall of Fame.
Salazar.
Jacob Salazar steps up, another switch hitter from the right side against the lefty. Wagner. He's 1 for 3 with a single in the 6th. And he hits a line drive, base hits down the right left field line. And he makes the turn and walks into second base with a double. The Knights have a runner in scoring position with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Here's the replay. Just missed that chalk line. Perfect. Down the line. Billy Williams gets it back into the cutoff man. And the Bronx Knights have a man. The tying run comes to the plate. Matt Termini, who has sacrificed fly, is officially 0 for 2. And he backdoors the slider for strike 1. Tying run is at the plate. And he pulls the slider foul. Count is quickly 1 balls and 2 strikes on Matt Termini. And he skies it to the opposite field, but playable for Trout, who makes the catch to retire the side. So, after 8 innings of baseball, the Baltimore Orioles continue to lead by 2. Why are the Baltimore Orioles so difficult? Jeez. Jay Buhner is 0 for 3, struck out in his last at-bat. He steps up against LeMay, who's pitched well in relief. He's held them. And he throws it in there for strike 1. And that's strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Mr. Buhner.
The batter, the second base.
That is his 7th strikeout in the league. LeMay has been on fire. So, Mazeroski's 0 for 3. Steps up against LeMay. Throws a curveball in there for strike 1. He is sharp in relief. Fouls off the fastball. Quickly the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. His 8th strikeout in relief. My goodness. Here it is again. I wonder how many strikeouts the Orioles have as a team. I think Telly had 8, and if he's got 8, that's like 16 strikeouts. Anyway, Gutierrez is 0 for 3. Steps in with 2 outs in the top of the 9th. And strike 1 on the outside corner. Curveball's in there for strike 2. And he skies it to center field, playable for O'Rourke, who makes the catch to retire the side. So, last licks for the Bronx Knights. They need 2 to tie, 3 to win. Watch me do it. Let's do this.
Your attention, please.
Tyler Duffy comes in for the save opportunity.
Number 21.
He's pitched in 18 games. He's 1-0. He has 6 saves and an ERA of 0.49. Tyler Duffy has been on fire. Leading off is Matthew Saps, who's 0 for 3 today.
The designated hitter, number 31.
And he hits it high and deep, but foul. Just foul. Strike. He checks his swing, pitches outside, count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. Needs to beat up on that ERA. Let's do this. And he grounds it off of the glove of the third baseman, who fields, fires, still got him. What a great play by Kelvin Gutierrez at first. He knocks it down, gets up, chases it down, throws across the diamond. It's in time, strong throw. 1 out. So Gio Urshela, sorry, you're not pitching, Gio Urshela. Substitution, you're not hitting. So Gio Urshela is the right fielder who's backing up. I love the fact that he's been hitting great, but Benny Cicero from the left side, the starter, is just better. Benny Cicero has like almost 50 runs back. He's taking the day off, but this is a chance for him to at least get on base. 301, 9 homers, 47 runs batted in. He takes the first pitch low. 47 RBIs is the team high in runs batted in. He takes ball 1. And it's strike 1. Count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike. So we have 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. Benny Cicero, the pinch hitter, is up. And he slashes the breaking ball foul. Count is quickly 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he swings and misses at the slider, down on strikes. They are down to their final out.
The catcher, number 55.
I have to say, though, he is a different hitter than runners on base. He turned him into a corkscrew. 1 out left. I need a bloop and a blast. Let's do this. Sorry, you're not hitting. All right, so fine. You'll take a pitch. I'm not hitting. 1 to pinch hit. You'll take strike 1. Sorry, Roberto. Manager. Substitution. So let's see. So Anthony Millo will be the catcher if it goes. I want the switch hitter, Francisco Lindor, to pinch hit.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitting.
Because he's got some speed and he does have some power. Now we're also going to go to the manager's office and go to the bullpen. I'm going to put John Smoltz. We're just going to have him stretching and tossing, because if I tie the game, he's the guy that's going to come in. Okay, let's do this. Come on, he's got to get on base.
Nope, that's the ball.
Just high. Thought it was a strike. He was willing to take the first strike, but the pitch was high. Francisco Lindor, part-time play, is hitting .303. And he grounds it foul. Count is even at 1-1. Pulls it foul. Count is 1-2. They're down to their final strike. Pitch is low. Count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Trying to give these hometown fans something to cheer about. And he pulls the fastball foul. Count remains 2-2. And he pops it up. It's playable. That should be the final out. Josh Bell makes the catch, and the Orioles win the game and the series. Best 2 out of 3. Oh, last place Orioles, and I lose 2 out of 3 at home. Oh, God. Okay, guys, relax. It's just a regular season ball game. All right, so let's do this the right way. Here in the Bronx,
Final line score this afternoon.
Baltimore had
First
4
was the
runs, 9
victorious
hits, no
Orioles.
errors.
4
Bronx
runs,
Knights,
9
2
hits,
runs, 8
no
hits, no
errors. They
errors.
left 5
The winning
men on
pitcher was
base.
Sonny Gray. The losing pitcher, Telly Argios.
For the home team,
Saved
2
the
runs
7th of the
on
season
8
by
hits,
Tyler
no
Duffy.
errors.
And
They
the player
left
of the game
7
was
men
Billy
on
Williams,
base.
the left fielder for the Baltimore Orioles, who went 2 for 4
Start
with
of
a
the
home
ball
run.
game. 2 hours and
Ladies and
51
gentlemen,
minutes.
this has been Bronx Knights Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you so much for watching. Please like the
And we
channel.
remind
Please
you
like
to
the video.
please
Please
drive home
subscribe to the
safely.
channel. It is always appreciated. I wish I could have won the game, but this is going to be a 162 game schedule, and sometimes you got to lose. So it is what it is. Anyway, have a great night, and thank you so much for watching.